Good evening, and we're going to try it again. Thank you to the Persingers and their hotspot. We join you in the bottom of the first. First pitch to the leadoff batter, Braden Smith, is a ball low. Slater Persinger on the mound tonight for the Chargers. Now fastball fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now fastball grounded through the first base and second base gap. It'll go in the right field for a single.
Now batting for your Golden Falcons, number 18.
And that's going to bring up number 18, Janison Steele, the ECU commit. As recap of the top of the first, Bryson Williams struck out, Anderson Watkins grounded out to second, and Davis Brinson grounded out to first. So if you're just joining in, you haven't really missed too much. It's fastball to Steele, fouled back. Janison Steele standing in the left-hander's box, 6'5", 240. Pickoff attempt over at first, not in time. Slater checks the runner at first. Now throws fastball, ball outside. So 1-1 count to Steele. Fastball misses outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Slater checks the runner at first. Now fastball inside. Called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Steele. Pickoff attempt over to first. Not in time. Slater back on the bump. Checks the runner at first. And now throws fastball high. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Steele. Now off speed, foul back to the screen, and we'll try it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's the 6'8" Slater Persinger versus the 6'6" Janison Steele. Persinger from the stretch, throws fastball, hit deep right field. That's going to hit off the fence. Andre Greer throws to his cutoff man. And Janison Steele will stand up at second with a stand-up double. Runners on second and third, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Ayden-Grifton Cox.
Number 5, Ayden Cox.
First pitch to Cox is a ball. Persinger from the windup now. Off speed, called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to the right fielder, Cox. Fastball called, strike 2 on the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cox back into the batter's box. Now the wind and the pitch. Off speed. Barely misses outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Persinger back on the rubber. He'll check the sign. And now the pitch. Fastball, did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3, 1 out. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Ashton Fricks.
Number 7, Ashton Fricks.
The wind and the pitch. Fastball misses high. Ball 1. Fricks was looking to lay down a bunt there. Then pulled back. Now the wind and the pitch. Off speed. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Now off speed. Called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the shortstop, Fricks. Now fastball misses high. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still leads off second. Braden Smith leads off third. Now the wind and the pitch. Fastball cold. Strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 outs. As Slater is 1 out away from getting out of an early jam. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Jones Spencer. First pitch up in the air to right field, and that's going to drop. Andre Greer hits his cut, and now he's going to throw it home as Jansen still will get home safely, and it's a 2-0 lead for CB Aycock. As Jones Spencer is the one that singles. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, Mason McKee.
Number 10, Mason McKee.
First pitch to McKee is a ball. Brinson throws it over to first. Not in time. 1-0 count. Persinger checks the runner at first. And now the fastball misses high. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Now fastball misses high. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Slater takes a step off the bump. Now back on the rubber. Just taking a deep breath. Now fastball called. Strike 1. He got him. Oh. As a back pick over to first. Not in time. I thought Hollingsworth got him on the foot, but he did not. So 3-1 count. Okay, no. Umpire said it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Even though the board says 3-1 and he has only called 1 strike. But we'll take it. So now it's ball outside and we've gone full. So now the head coach over at Aycock will Just make sure that everybody's on the right page, because we are all confused. But it's a full count to McKee. Persinger back on the bump. He'll check the runner at first. Now the pitch. Slider fouled back and out of play. And we'll try it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now slider popped up and out of play. We'll try it again at 3 balls, 2 strikes. As Jones Spencer, the runner at first, is getting a workout. As he has tried to steal second twice. Hasn't been successful thanks to the foul balls. Now fastball, cold strike 3 on the outside corner. So it'll be 2 runs on 3 hits. 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Aycock leads 2-0 as we head to the top of the second, where John Fields will lead off the Chargers when we return on the Rollins Announcing Network. We're back now in the top of the second, where John Fields will lead off for the Chargers. First pitch to Fields, ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop not going to have time as Fields beats out an infield single. 1 pitch, 1 single. So runner on first, nobody out for the red hot Hunter Hollingsworth. First pitch, foul back to the screen. And Hollingsworth will call time. As to recap the bottom of the first, Janison Still doubled, put runners on second and third. And then Joel Spencer with the RBI as Hunter Hollingsworth lays down a bunt and will get called out at first. But he will advance John Fields over to second. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Zach Jones. Fields leads off second. As the first pitch to Jones, fastball fouled back. 0-1 count to Zach Jones. Reed checks the runner at second. And now the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to the junior Zach Jones. On deck is the Wingate commit, Parker Rowland. Reed checks the runner at second. Now the pitch. There's a ground ball into the third base dugout. Jones will survive to see another pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Reed checks the runner at second. And now the pitch. Fastball, fouled back. And Zach Jones is battling here. As Jones had to apologize to the fans as his bat flew out of his hands and into near the screen. He's back in the batter's box. Reed shakes off the sun. Now from the stretch, fastball high, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Fields gets a lead off a second. And now fastball hit up in the air to center field. Center fielder underneath it. He'll make the catch for the second out. 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Parker Rowland.
Number 11, Parker Rowland.
As a significant quote from the Ayden-Grifton dugout, Braden Smith, the junior, said, "Great players do great things." Let's see if Parker Rowland can do a great thing here. His first pitch misses outside, ball 1. One-0 count to Rowland. Now that one will miss low, ball 2. Anyway on, as the Pitt Community College commit, Slater Persinger is on deck. Fastball foul, back to the screen. It'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Fields leads off second. Reed checks a runner at second. And now the pitch. Off speed. Inside. Called ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Reed shakes off the sun, shakes it off again. And he'll throw fastball, grounded over to second. Fielded by the second baseman, throw over to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. There'll be no runs, 1 hit, no runs in the second for the Chargers as we head to the bottom of the second, where the center fielder Merritt Still will lead off for the Falcons when we return. We're back now for the bottom of the second as the center fielder Merritt Steele steps up and hits a pop-up to shortstop. Bryson Williams makes the catch, 1 out. Quick out number 1. As that'll bring up the second baseman, Ty Swinson.
Now batting for your
He's
Golden
batting 200 on the year.
Swinson.
And I said earlier in the broadcast, this team is 2-7, but they are far from being actually 2-7. They have lost 5 of their last 7 games, with only losing by 1 run. That's the first pitch to Swinson is a strike. Next one, fastball, called strike 2. 0-2 count. Now the wind and the pitch. Slider in the dirt. Stopped by Brinson. That'll be ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes to Swinson. Now fastball misses high, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now slider grounded over to third base, fielded by Fields, throw over to first. In time! What a play by John Fields. And that's the quarterback arm right there, making the play, and that'll bring up the catcher, Dalton Gray. First pitch to Gray, fastball, called strike 1. Now the wind and the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Gray. Persinger working quick. Now fastball, foul back to the screen. We'll try it again at no balls and 2 strikes. Persinger checks the sign. Now the wind and the pitch. Slider misses low, ball 1. That was the right spot there by Persinger. Trying to get Gray to chase here. Now slider again, same spot, misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Persinger back on the rubber. We're on pitch number 41 tonight. As there's a fastball hit hard in the left field, straight to Watkins. And that'll be 3 outs now in the second. No runs, no hits. As we head to the top of the third, where Slater Persinger, the pitcher, will be up when we return. We're back now in the top of the third as the pitcher, Slater Persinger, steps into the box. He's batting .500 on the year. First pitch to Slater, climbs the ladder, ball one. Now fastball foul back and out of play. Back into the batter's box. And there's a drive to left field, straight to the left fielder for the first out. You never know here in the ballpark, as it is only 315 to left field and 355 to center. Any fly ball could carry and get out of here. Will James with the stat of the night said the last time the Chargers played here at CB Aycock, there was 4 home runs between the two teams. As Hayden Caldwell, the designated hitter, steps into the batter's box, he'll take ball one. Now swung on a miss, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Caldwell. Now fastball misses high, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now foul ball out of play. It'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes to Caldwell. Reed shakes off the sign, and now the pitch. Off speed, swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 outs now, and that'll bring out the shortstop, Bryson Williams. Williams batting .417 on the season. Struck out in his first at bat. Now we'll step back into the batter's box. Swinging a new bat here. First pitch, fastball misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now off speed, called, strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. Reed shakes off the sun. Now fastball fouled out of play. We'll try it again. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. For those just joining, Aycock scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first. That has been the action so far. Is now the pitch to Williams. Off speed, misses outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The red hot Anderson Watkins is on deck if Williams can reach. Fastball popped up in the air. Janison Steele calls everybody off, and he's going to miss it. Williams, who's hustling around first, will get to second on the error. And that's going to bring up Anderson Watkins with a runner on second. 2 outs here in the third. Reed checks the runner at second. And now off speed, called strike 1. Off speed pitch, catches the outside corner. And now fastball, called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Watkins. As Reed will step off the rubber, stare down Williams at second. Now back on the bump. Now fastball misses high and outside, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Off speed, freezes Watkins on the outside corner. Called strike 3. So no runs, no hits, 1 error on the Falcons in the third. And it'll be 2-0. Aycock leads as we head to the bottom of the third when we return. We're back now in the bottom of the third where the left fielder, Braden Smith, step into the batter's box. He'll bat from the left-hand side. He singled in his first at bat and later scored the first run of the game. He'll take ball 1 low. Singer now, the wind and the pitch, fastball, called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, fastball swung on and missed, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Smith. Now, slider misses low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now, fastball, called strike 3 on the inside corner. 1 out now in the third. As that's Slater Persinger's 4th strikeout of the night.
For your Golden Falcons, number 18, Jameson Steele.
And that's Slater Persinger's 41st strikeout of the season. Now batting the ECU commit, Jameson Steele. Steele has 2 homers on the season. Has first pitch called strike on the outside corner. Steele's batting .385 with his younger brother in the lineup as well, batting 7th, Merritt. As the next pitch misses low and outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Persinger checks a sign, and now the pitch. Fastball hit up in the air and onto the tennis court's foul. Now bring up a 1-2 count. Persinger on the mound. And now the all-speed pitch misses low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slater has hit 50 pitches so far. This is the last game of the week for the Chargers, so pitch count doesn't really matter. He can go all the way. No saving him for a Friday night game or anything like that. So next pitch misses low and outside. Ball 3. Full count now to Steele. Now the wind and the pitch. Fastball misses outside. Ball 4. Runner on first, 1 out for the right fielder, Ayden Cox.
Number 5, Ayden Cox.
Cox is batting .367 so far this season. Playing right field. First pitch to Cox, grounded up the middle, and underneath Zach Jones' glove at second. Rowland tries to throw him out at third, and he's got him as Steele's foot comes off the bag. There'll be 2 outs now as Cox reaches second. Steele was in there safely, but he popped back off the bag and his foot came off the bag. Fields laid the tag. There'll be a runner on second. That'll be a double for Ayden Cox. Oh, no, we're going to say that's a single with a base advance. Over on the throw to third. Steele is retired on the throw. So it'll be 2 outs, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Ashton Fricks. In his first at bat, he struck out looking. First pitch to Fricks, off speed, and that will go to the backstop, but it is swung on and missed, strike 1. It'll be a 0-1 count to Fricks. Cox will make it over to third on the pass ball. Now fastball misses outside. Ball 1. Now all speed misses low. There'll be 2 balls, 1 strike to the shortstop, Fricks. Now fastball misses high, ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. Now off speed, foul back to the screen, and it's gone full. Full count now to Fricks. Persinger checks a runner at third, and now the fastball fouled, back and out of play. We'll try it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Persinger back on the rubber. Now from the stretch, fastball fouled back again. And we'll try it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Persinger up to 60 pitches on the night. Now the slider grounded back to the pitcher, fielded by Persinger, flip over to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit. As Aycock leads 2-0 as we head to the top of the 4th, where Davis Brinson will lead off for the Chargers when we return. We're back now in the top of the fourth. As the catcher, Davis Brinson, will step into the batter's box. First pitch, off speed, misses low, ball one. Brinson batting from the left-hand side versus the left-handed pitcher, Reed. Now a fastball hit hard in the left field. Left fielder going back, and that's going to be up against the fence. Brinson in the second. And a stand-up double by Davis Brinson will ignite the crowd here in Pikeville, and that's going to bring up the hometown hero, third baseman John Fields.
Waiting for the Chargers. Number 9, John Fields.
Sometimes you just have to apply a little pressure. We'll see what this pressure does to the pitcher, Caden Reed. Brinson leads off second. Nobody holding him on, and Reed will step off the rubber. Now back on the bump. Reed checks the runner at second. Now the pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Ball one. Now fastball hit in the left field. Left fielder underneath that one, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So it'll be a one out now. Runner on second, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Hunter Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth's batting .525 on the season. Grounded out in his first at bat. And Reed will take a step towards Brinson. As some would say, Brinson is in Reed's head right now. The Chargers are trying to rally here in the fourth. First pitch to Hollingsworth. Off speed, misses low. Ball one. Zach Jones, the second baseman, is due up next. Now fastball is swung on and missed, strike one. Now off speed, foul back to the screen. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now fastball, foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Hollingsworth's battling here. He'll see his 5th pitch of the at-bat. Reed checks a runner at second. And now the fastball fouled back. And we'll try it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Reed back on the rubber. As with all the foul balls, there's new game balls that are getting thrown to the umpire here. As we're back now, Hollingsworth back in the batter's box. Now the all-speed pitch. Grounded foul. And we'll try it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball was dribbled into the catcher. Catcher fielded it, and they said he was in foul territory. Again, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brinson still at second. Base hit could score him. Brinson takes another step. And now the fastball hit up in the air, and that one's going to drift foul down the first base side and out of play. And he'll now see his 8th pitch of the at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hollingsworth. This will be Caden Reed's 51st pitch of the night. Now off speed, grounded to first base. Still makes the play at first and will beat Hollingsworth to the bag. But a great at bat to Hollingsworth, and that'll get Brinson over to third. Base hit will score 1. And an obvious observation, but if Zach Jones can get a hold of one, he could tie this thing up with 1 swing. Jones now in the batter's box. First pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. He was ahead of it. No balls, 1 strike. The wind and the pitch by Reed. Fastball, chopper over the short. Shortstop fills it, throws over to first in time, and Aycock is able to get out of the jam. No runs, 1 hit. And it's 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th, where Jones Spencer, the freshman, will be up when we return on the Rollins Announcing Network. We're back now in the bottom of the 4th. That's freshman Jones Spencer, who's singled in 2 in his first at bat. Now has a 2-1 count against Persinger. Persinger now on the bump. Now fastball fouled back to the mitt. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the wind and the pitch. Fastball misses on the outside corner. Persinger hit his spot. Just didn't get the call. Now off speed. Popped up in the air to left field. Watkins underneath it. And he'll make the catch for the first out. 1 out now, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Mason McKee.
Now batting for your Golden Falcons, number 10, Mason McKee.
McKee struck out looking in his first at bat. Now fastball called strike 1. Next one foul back. No balls, 2 strikes. As it looks like the ECU commit Janison Steele is warming up in the bullpen. Now off speed, misses low, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now fastball misses high, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Persinger up to 72 pitches on the night. As all speed misses low, ball 3. Now fastball fouled back to the screen. That one was right back at me. As we'll try it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Off speed, misses low, ball 4. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Merritt Steele. He's batting .292 on the season.
Now batting for your Golden
He
Falcons,
popped out
number
to
11,
the shortstop, Bryson Williams, in his first at bat. Pickoff attempt. Unsuccessful at first. Keeping the runner honest. Persinger back on the rubber. He'll check the runner at first. And now from the stretch. Off speed. Back pick over to first, not in time. 1 ball, no strikes. Now fastball high. Another pick back as McKee slides in safely. As it's now 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball misses low, ball 3. Persinger checks the runner at first. Now a pickoff attempt, and the fans thought they got him. The umpire says he's safe. Now fastball called, strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now fastball fouled back onto the tennis courts, and it's now a 3-2 count. As Persinger's worked his way back from a 3-0 count. Still back in the batter's box. Now fastball hit in the right field. McKee around second, and he'll be held up as a single. Put runners on first and second now with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Ty Swenson. Swenson grounded out to third in his first at bat.
Batting for your Golden Falcons, number 3, Swenson.
Now a bunt attempt pulled back, and that'll be a ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 1. Swenson's behind the fastball. Now fastball misses low, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Now fastball swung on and missed, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Persinger back on the rubber. Now fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. And that'll bring up the 9th batter, Dalton Gray, the catcher. Batting 0-6-7, and he's flew out to left in his first at bat. First pitch to Gray, off speed, called, strike 1. As CB Aycock's dugout has been yelling "pow" every time that Persinger's trying to pitch the ball. And now it's a battle between the 2 dugouts. Who can say it louder, as it's 1 ball and 1 strike. They're trying to get in Persinger's head. They've been doing it all game, and even the Ayden-Grifton parents are getting into it as well. As all speed misses low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Fastball missed. 3 balls and 1 strike. I don't know where that one missed. Looked right down the middle. The strike zone has shrunk now. And there's a fastball. Where did that miss? Brinson turned around and asked, as that's ball 4.
Now batting for your Golden Falcons,
and that might be all, as head coach Skinner is heading out to the mound. As the strike zone has shrunk to a size of a peanut. As bases loaded, 2 outs, and that'll be all for Slater Persinger. As it'll be Bryson Williams to take over when we return on the Rollins Announcing Network. All right, we're back as Bryson Williams will step onto the mound with the bases loaded and 2 outs as he's trying to get out of the jam for the Chargers. First pitch, ground ball to first. Slater Persinger, pow! There's an out as he tags the bag and the Chargers get out of the jam. So no runs, 1 hit. Aycock leads 2-0 as we head to the top of the 5th, where it'll be Parker Rowland, Slater Persinger, and Hayden Caudill due up. If you're at home, turn those hats around and let's rally. We'll be back momentarily. We're back now in the top of the 5th as the center fielder, Parker Rowland, step into the batter's box. He's going to try and lay down a bunt down the third base side, and it'll go foul. Good idea there as the third baseman's playing off third, playing back a little bit. Now he's going to step up to the grass to take away that bunt opportunity. Is now off speed, fouled back to the screen. Rowland's down 0-2. Rowland grounded out to second in his first at bat. Now the wind and the pitch. Off speed, misses low, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. It's now the wind and the pitch. Off speed, misses low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now fastball hit high into the air. Second baseman's going back. Center fielder's calling him off. And center fielder will make the play for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up the pitcher. Now first baseman, Slater Persinger. First pitch to Slater, swung on a miss, strike 1. Now off speed, misses low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Off speed, swung on a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Slater back in the batter's box. Now fastball misses low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now there's a pop fly into right field. It's in shallow right. And the second baseman almost collides with the right fielder, but he'll make the play for the second out. It's going to be 2 outs now, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Hayden Caldell.
Number 4, Hayden Caldell.
First pitch to Caldell, fouled back to the screen. Caldell batting 154 on the season. Struck out in his first at bat. Looking to turn things around in his senior season. Off speed, chopper up the middle, shortstop fielding it, throw over to first in time for the third out. As the Chargers are now down to their last 6 outs of their undefeated season. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, as Janison Steele will lead off for CB Aycock when we return. We're back now in the bottom of the 5th, where the East Carolina commit Janison Steele will step into the batter's box. Bryce Williams onto the rubber. Steele will call time. Now back in the batter's box. The wind and the pitch. Misses low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. He misses low again, ball 2. Two-0 count now to Steele. And that one will miss low again, ball 3. Now the wind of the pitch. Fastball called, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. It's Williams trying to battle back against Steele. Fastball misses low, ball 4, as Steele draws a walk for the second time tonight. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Caden Cox.
Number 5.
Cox struck out in his first at bat and singled in the second. Pickoff attempt not in time. All speed now skip to the backstop. That'll be ball one, and Janison Still is now on second. Runner on second, nobody out. 1-0 count to Cox. Fastball misses inside, ball one. Now 2-0 count. Fastball misses low, ball three. Now fastball called, strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike. Fastball popped foul and out of play down the first base side. And now it's a full count. Williams battled all the way back from 3-0. See if he can finish the job now against Caden Cox. Williams back on the rubber. Now all speed, call strike three, 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Ashton Fricks. He struck out and grounded out to first in his first 2 at bats. Sorry, grounded out to the pitcher in his second at bat, not to first. Now all speed misses low, ball one. 1-0 count to the shortstop. Now fastball called, strike one. One ball, 1 strike. Now all-speed pitch as Still was on the way to third. All-speed pitch was fouled off. Now it's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's Williams pumping himself up on the mound. Shakes off the sign. Now he's ready. All speed misses low. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's make it work. You got it, man. You got it, B. Let's go, B.
Good, George. Good. Nice play.
As Williams steps off the mound. Playing games with the runner on second still. Now a fastball popped up into the air. Second baseman going back, and it's over Cauldell's head. It'll drop for a single for Fricks, but Janison Still will stay at second. So it'll be runners on first and second for the freshman designated hitters, Jones Spencer.
Number 15, Jones Spencer.
First pitch to Jones, fastball, foul back to the screen. 0-1 count. Williams checks the runner at second, and now will step off. Now off speed, misses low, ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Now off speed, misses low, ball 2.
You got it, Bryson. You got this.
2-1 count. And now the fastball lined out to Hayden, called out, throw over to first! Not in time as the ball trickles out of Slater Persinger's glove. So, a line out to second for the second out. Then the ball trickles away from Slater at first. So it'll be runners on second and third, 2 outs. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Mason McKee. Slater seems to be a little shaken up over there at first.
Mason McKee.
Bryson now back on the rubber. Checks the sign, now the wind and the pitch. All speed, called strike 1. Williams up to 22 pitches on the night. Now fastball, foul back to the screen. 0-2 count. Williams 1 strike away from getting out of the jam here in the 5th. Williams back on the bump. He'll check the sign. And now the wind and the pitch. All speed, fouled out of play. And we'll try it again at no balls and 2 strikes. Williams has thrown 24 pitches so far. 13 of them have been strikes. His miss so far has been low. As now the wind and the pitch. Fastball, and that one's going to hit McKee, and that's going to load the bases for Merritt Steele.
Now batting for your Golden Falcons, number 11, Merritt Steele.
Steele's batting .300 on the season. He popped out to short and singled in his second at bat. So he's 1 for 2 on the night. Fastball called strike 1 on the outside corner. Oh, 1 count. Off speed. Got him swinging. Strike 2. 0-2 count. Williams again 1 strike away from getting out of this bases loaded jam in the 5th. Williams checks the sign. Agrees with Coach James. He says this is the pitch. Now fastball hit into left field. It's going to drop. Runner around third. Watkins comes up throwing. It will be cut off at third. And CB Aycock now has increased the lead to 4-0 here in the 5th. So there'll be runners on first and second. 2 outs still. 4-0 Aycock leads.
Now batting
That's
for your
going to bring
Golden
up
Falcons.
Ty
Number 3,
Swinson.
Ty Swinson.
Hey, dial in. Let's go. Hey, you good, B? Come right at it. Hold it here.
Williams back on the bump. Now off speed, misses low, ball 1. Pickoff attempt unsuccessful at second. That ball goes into center field, but McKee will stay at second.
That boy, B, here we go.
1-0 count to Swinson. And now fastball grounded over, and it'll be foul off of the home plate. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Now fastball misses outside somewhere, somehow. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Now all speed fouled out of play over to the first base side. And it's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two count, 2 outs. 2s are wild here. It's now fastball. Cold strike 3 on the inside corner. It'll be 2 runs on 2 hits. 4-0 Aycock leads as we head to the top of the 6th, where it'll be Bryson Williams, Anderson Watkins, and Davis Brinson to lead off the Chargers when we return in the top of the 6th. Back now in the top of the sixth. It's Williams technically 0 for 2. He struck out and reached on an error. First pitch to Williams. It's a hard hit ball into right field. Right fielder underneath it. He'll make the catch for the first out.
Now batting for the Chargers, number 3, Anderson Watkins.
One out now, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Anderson Watkins. First pitch to Watkins, hit into left field. Left fielder tracking it. It'll be 2 outs. 2 pitches, 2 outs for the left-hander Reed here in the sixth.
Now batting for the Chargers, number 12, Davis Brinson.
It'll be 2 outs now for the catcher, Davis Brinson. Skinner will call Brinson over as time is called. Fastball called strike 1 of Davis Brinson. Now all speed misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now all speed called strike 2. A late strike call there against Brinson. Now fastball misses high, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Off speed misses somewhere. Brinson's very thankful because we haven't been getting those calls all night. Full count. Now fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. As the Chargers go down in order in the sixth. No runs, no hits. As we head to the bottom of the sixth, Aycock leads 4-0. As we'll be back momentarily. We're back now in the bottom of the 6th. It's Dalton Gray, the catcher, calls time against Bryson Williams. Now the wind in the pitch. Fastball called, strike 1. Now off speed. Misses, ball 1. Brinson even turns around to ask where that one missed. Shakes his hand. And now off speed, misses low, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's a line drive, foul down the third base side. So it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now that one will miss low, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the catcher Gray. And he went, yes he did, strike 3, 1 out here in the 6th. And that'll bring up the left fielder Braden Smith.
Now batting for your Golden Falcons, number 1, Braden Smith.
First pitch, fastball called, strike 1. Smith is batting .226 on the season. Now off speed, fouled off the catcher. The 0-2 count. And now a line drive straight to John Fields at third. 2 outs. And that'll bring up the first baseman and ECU commit, Janison Steele.
Number 18, Janison Steele.
Now the wind and the pitch. Off speed, misses low, ball 1 to Steele. Steele is 1 for 1. He's been walked twice and scored twice. Fastball inside, ball 2. Now fastball called, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Steele. Off speed, grounded over to second. Caldwell having some issues fielding it, and Steele will reach on the error by the second baseman.
Now batting for your Golden Falcons,